On today's show, the weak yen is really helping Japanese automakers. Your car will warn you if someone rams a shopping cart into a fender, and why billionaires are suddenly investing in car dealerships. All that and more coming right up on Autoline Daily. This is Autoline Daily for February 9 of 2015, and we start out today with some business news. Nissan just reported its earnings for the first 9 months of its fiscal year, and the effects of a weakening Japanese yen are really helping the automaker. Sales were up about 4% to 3.8 million vehicles, but revenue jumped 11% to nearly 76 billion, and net profits shot up 23% to over $3 billion. In just the last year, the yen has weakened 13% against the US dollar. In the last few years, the yen has dropped more than 30%. So Nissan's big jump in profits were heavily influenced by currency exchange. And in other business news, Kia is off to a shaky sales start this year. Its global sales are down 2% despite growth in the Korean and US markets. Falling sales in Europe, China, and the rest of the world are dragging it down. You know, a drop in Europe comes as no surprise at all, but a drop in China definitely comes as a surprise because up to now, Kia's been booming there. And maybe the slowdown in China is starting to hit some of the non-Japanese foreign brands, not just the Chinese ones. American politicians are finally catching up to a problem we warned you about months ago, that cars can be wirelessly hacked. Congress just released a report led by Senator Markey from Massachusetts that warns about hackers taking over certain vehicle functions. It urges NHTSA and the FTC to draft new rules to protect drivers' data, security, and privacy. Last year, we showed you 6 ways to wirelessly hack into a car. And you can click on the link in today's transcript to take a look at our report. Still to come, in the future, your car will tell you if someone rammed a shopping cart into a fender. Lincoln jumps onto the app bandwagon, and why are billionaires suddenly investing in car dealerships?
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires, your journey, our passion, and by Dow Automotive Systems, breakthrough technologies for lightweight vehicles.
And now for some product technology news. It's a terrible feeling walking out of a store to find that some knucklehead shoved a shopping cart or backed into your car and left the scene without so much as a sorry. But that could all change. Automotive supplier Hella is working on technology that will alert you when your car has been scratched, dented, or worse. It uses 12 piezo sensors, which measure changes in pressure, acceleration, strain, and force, and works with every type of automotive body material. The sensors can be glued behind body panels or even added to existing ones, like parking sensors already mounted in the bumpers. Some people already talk to their vehicles as if they had feelings, but soon their cars may actually have some. Despite all those warnings about wirelessly hacking into a car, Lincoln's teaming up with Google to let customers lock, unlock, start, and locate their vehicle with an Android smartphone. The phone connects to a modem in the car and goes through the free My Lincoln mobile app. If the owner is also a user of Google Now, a remote start can be scheduled based on events in their calendar, and it even suggests traffic routes. It'll be available on the 2015 Lincoln MKC and MKZ and on the upcoming 2016 MKX. Coming up next, could car dealerships become one of the smartest investments in the future?
For the people at Dow, racing is a sport and a science. We enjoy one and learn from the other. But like most competitive people, we like winning at both. This is the human element at work. Dow.
There's more car news and industry insight from the Autoline Network every day. Take a moment to click that subscribe button. You'll never miss another Autoline episode. Have you been watching what's going on in automotive retail? I've never seen anything like it. Last year, billionaire investor Warren Buffett bought up the Van Tuyl Group, the largest privately held dealership group in the U.S. Now, billionaire investor George Soros is also looking for a dealership group. Not only do they see record dealer profits, they believe that automotive retail has a lot more room to grow, and that could set off a stampede of other investors. Then there's a high-tech angle. One company called vAuto has developed software that sends spiders crawling throughout the internet, collecting real-time data on car sales, updating it every 10 seconds. Using algorithms to parse that information, dealers can now better manage new car incentives in their local market and determine the best used cars to put on their lots and where to price them. One big problem in all this is that it takes so long to buy a car, typically 4 hours or more. I'm told that once you pass the 90-minute mark, all the excitement is drained out of buying a new car, and it becomes a dreadfully tedious process. So AutoNation wants to make it as easy to buy a car online as it is to buy a toaster from Amazon. The challenge is that car dealers face 85 federal rules and regulations, as well as state and local laws. But if buyers can complete many of those forms online, they can eliminate hours at the dealership, allowing them to drive home giddy with glee in their new set of wheels. As I gaze into the next decade, it seems to me car dealers are going to play a pivotal role with mobility services. After all, mobility service providers are going to need a large variety of vehicles in inventory. They're going to need lots of spaces to park them and plenty of garage stalls to repair and maintain them. And they're going to need thousands of facilities like this scattered from coast to coast. Car dealers fit that bill perfectly. And maybe this is why Buffett and Soros are getting in on the ground floor. Historically, car dealers have had an unfortunate reputation as being sleazy or not reputable. But with big money, high tech, and new mobility services all converging on this space, car dealers could come out of this looking like the smartest people in the room. Hey, before we go, have you seen that new Nissan Murano? It is just drop dead gorgeous. So join us on Autoline After Hours this Thursday night, where we're going to have the chief engineer, Chris Reed, joining us. Join me and Gary Vasilash for some of the best and clever inside information in this business. Anyway, that wraps up today's report. Thanks for watching, and please join us again tomorrow.